Hi, this is Tom Pyle with the University of Houston, and I'd like to show you how you can use Adobe Elements Organizer, a program that comes with the latest versions of Adobe Premiere Elements and Photoshop Elements, to create a digital story. After you've opened up Organizer in the launcher for Premiere or Photoshop Elements, you'll see a screen much like this. Go up to Create and then down to Slideshow. It will give you some options. You can select the default duration for a slide, how you'd like them to transition, how long that transition should be, and a few other options, such as cropping to fit slides and what playback quality you'd like. Click OK, get started, and here we are. Now, you have a bunch of options here with clip art and the like to decorate things, but what we're really looking for is adding media. You can add things from Elements Organizer or a folder. We're going to go with a folder today because we don't have much in Elements Organizer. Once you've found the images or audio or video clips you'd like to include, select them. I'm dragging and clicking, but you can also do it individually. And here you go. Now, these slides are not in any particular order. Actually, they were in the order they were in the folder. So in order to adjust them, we're going to have to go into the quick reorder window. Just do it fairly quickly and easily. You'll obviously in your own digital stories see a lot more pictures than this. You can drag them. In this case, let's move that here. Let's delete Mr. Simpson here, and we probably have some extraneous Quadrophenia content here. And we're going to want a blank slide at the top, perhaps, to use as our credits page. So let's do that and put that here. Now, at any point, you can click Save Project, and something important to keep in mind is that once you've saved a project, you're going to need to use the same computer and Adobe Library in order to continue working on it, which is definitely a change from PhotoStory 3. However, many of the other features may make up for it if you have access to this software. But anyway, let's go back. Now we have this blank slide. What should we do with it? Well, let's add some text. You may notice that I'm putting in carriage returns here, but that's due to the fact that this way it will display exactly as I've set it, rather than, for instance, if I had made it without the carriage returns. I'll show you what that would look like. And that's a little ugly, don't you think? So let's set it back to the way it was. Here we go. We can set it wherever we want by clicking and dragging. We could even, well, stretch out the size of the window to some extent. We can adjust the font size or the font itself, although there are a great many options, so we're not going to mess with that too much. We could set the color of the text. Maybe we want to make it a nice blue, like so. The opacity, and we can set it to be bold if we cared to. Faux italic, underline, strike through, or set a drop shadow. But we'll just leave that aside for now, and we'll add another little piece of text to sign it. And as shown, you can drag these things down here. Adjust their size too. And there you go. That window will automatically recenter. Now, another important thing to do is pan and zoom. To do pan and zoom, you get here to this slide window, and then you would click Enable Pan and Zoom. Here you have a window that you can adjust the size of, as well as moving it around. Let's shrink this up and put it over Pete's face. And let's go here to the end point and reduce that so it shows the entire band. Now we can hit play to watch a short preview. If you would like to do a fancier degree of pan and zoom, and add another pan and zoom to the slide, it will actually duplicate that slide. And as you can see, the start matches up with the end from the previous image. So here, we don't want to mess with the start image. Instead, we'll mess with the end. And let's have it zoom in here on Roger and John Entwistle and see how that looks right quick. The other vital part of these digital stories is making use of narration. This button here will allow you to record narration. There's an option that lets you save it in Adobe Organizer if, for instance, you're giving a longer explanation of something and might use the same voiceover for a different slide that you might get in a later version. So we'll leave that blank for now. There are also options to use an existing audio caption, like I said, delete either this narration or all narration, but let's record something here. Pete Townshend was famous for smashing guitars at the ends of his sets. Now, if you look down here, you'll see that there is now an icon that notes that it has had narration recorded, shows you here too, and it's automatically adjusted the slide's duration. You may not be able to hear it very clearly, but it has done so. And with this set, you'd be able to enable pan and zoom as well, and it will track to the length of time which the audio maps to. For instance, if you want to record something else, it tells you it will record over the existing narration. And that's exactly what we're going to do, because we're just talking a little bit to show how the slide will automatically be retimed in accordance with the amount of words you say. See, down here to 13 seconds. Let's watch what that looks like. And that's exactly what we're going to do, because we're just talking a little bit to show how... It will show a lot smoother in the final version, since we did set it to a medium preview setting. And having done this, you would go through and set whatever zooms and pans that you might want to. And in the end, once you're happy with things, you might want to save a copy for later editing. Then you'd go up to Output. You don't have a great many output options with this particular software, although if you have Premiere Elements, as I do, you'll be able to send it to Premiere Elements, which does have a lot more options. It will save it as a video clip. However, in this case, we'll just save it as a file. In this case, our option is a PDF or a WMV. You can see the details of whatever size you like, although you are not able to change them. For instance, we go down here to Email. And we'll set it to high. After that, you hit OK. It will give you an option where to save it. And after that, it will begin writing your file and rendering it together. Now, this is going to take quite a while, so I'm going to draw off there. Following these procedures, you'll be able to create yourself a digital story using this program quickly, easily, and with some more features than PhotoStory 3 may allow. I hope you found this information useful. This is Tom Pyle from the University of Houston. Thanks for your time.